the oral punctuation, the emotive expression, the softener sort of kind of, the emphasis, and so on. And also the topics on the right-hand side. You will notice a list of contextual topics as well as processes, which are important in the development of the conversation and are to a limited degree still in the written language. Particularly, I'm going to come to framing and clarification as being a very important two processes in developing our understanding, our oral communication. Next, please. So, just to make a quick summary of the points so far, when we're speaking, it is a accumulating process. We keep adding. And how much and what direction it will go in depends very much upon the feedback. It's not something that is preordained, can be rehearsed and carried out without any kind of emendation. Writing is a highly integrated process, as you all know. Ideas can become much more complex. Sentence structures become very complex. In conversation, we depend upon shared knowledge. And writing too, to some extent, if you're writing a technical article journal, say for in linguistics or in ELT, you're certainly going to be writing to an audience. You expect to know some of the essentials or basics of your topic. But in conversation, even much more so. We depend upon the context in which we're speaking as well as the shared knowledge. Okay, next please. Oops. And we'll go back on this. Okay. Here are some of the characteristics of natural language that I've been trying to mention. Utterances are the framing device, the intonation groups for our thoughts, our intentions. Sentences are very much a phenomena of written language. What is basic to both, of course, is what the grammarians would call phrase structure. We need opening to get attention. We need the cooperation, feedback, very, very important. We need repetition, as I've indicated. Oral punctuation is very important. Something called relationship bonding. Remember all those you knows? They're very important because they're links from the speaker to the listener. They're not informative in the sense of telling you, you know that type of thing. They are a link. They include, of course, things like address terms, very important. Or relational terms, for example, using affective tags. Not just the formal ones, isn't, aren't you, don't you, she's beautiful, isn't she, for example. But we have very simple ones. You're going, right? You're done, okay? These kind of okays and rights that are attached to a basic utterance are extremely important because they are connectors from the speaker to the listener. Just as the feedback process is very important from the listener to encourage the speaker as well. False starts, inversions, emotive expressions, and so on are all important characteristics of how we actually go through our oral, conversational processes. Unfortunately, teachers as well as professionals, textbook writers, very much are grounded in the world of books. That is, their image of language is still very much dependent upon what they see, what they have consciously learned. I'd like to remind you that your first language, and maybe also your second language experience, has been one of acquisition rather than of learning.